Hey guys, welcome back. Pixel Doctor here.
Vexic here.
Deadlock.
Aruka.
And nothing to start topic today. So
Nerds.
And it's time.
I think this just takes us to Fortree, doesn't it? Oh wait. Oh
Yep,
no.
Oh god, I forgot about the fight.
I did
yeah,
too.
I did it. We even mentioned that earlier.
Deadlock, we were just talking about it.
Oh
hey,
god,
he's got a belt.
the chunkiest boy.
No, he's got the second.
Oh, that's annoying.
Oh yeah, send out that mad cargo against a surfing Pokemon in the rain, you dumbass.
She brought out the Wailord.
Yeah,
She brought out a Breloom to me.
he brought out a will.
You know what, May? You're looking a little sad. You could do with some good news.
Oh, Macargo, that was a perfect switch in.
Yeah, it's raining, right? It's gonna be perfectly fun.
Yeah,
Especially
but he
if-
also switched into my Pelipper, so that's fun.
How
Alright,
do you
that's
think
one down.
fuel station?
Oh wait, she's got the Blaze again. Oh no.
Oh god, Grovile.
Yeah, she's using a Grovile for me.
Alright, so my
And she has a Swampert for me, so no Wailord. Or Whalmer.
Oh,
Oh,
that
it's
Giga
Marshall.
Drain hurt. Oh god. that
joke's
hurt.
on you. I don't have anything for you to steal. Get rid of the Swallow.
Is it me, or does Marshall have short legs? Like very
I
short
think he
legs.
kind of holds them into himself. Kind of like a cat.
Ow.
He's got a
Mega Swampert has no legs.
Yeah, but he skipped leg
No,
day.
Marshall.
Oh, Marsh Stomp, not Swampert. Okay. Yeah, he's got short legs.
Yeah, you know, Mega Swamper or whatever the fuck it was.
Jesus
It's
Christ.
just, it's just like,
Mega Swampert does prison workouts. He hits the dumbbells and that's it.
Why does she have a Pikachu?
That's a good question. Why does she have a Pikachu? Alright, well, now she doesn't, so it's fine. Alright, I'm done with her.
Well,
I've
it's
got
like
one more.
you know what? Mega Swampert reminds me of the fucking SpongeBob episode where they go to the Olympics.
Oh yeah, I know which one you're talking about. No, it wasn't the Olympics, that was just... Oh yeah, it was the Olympics, like their version of the Olympics,
yeah,
I
it
guess.
was definitely. It just that ended on a wrestling match.
Well, no, well, wrestling is in the Olympics.
Yeah, wrestling is an Olympic event.
The
It's
only
just
reason...
everyone kind of forgets about it.
Yeah, the only reason I never remember that is because Kurt Angle, in his intro to WWE, was like, or like his title was like, the Olympic gold medalist.
See, WWE is why most Americans forget that wrestling is a thing, because Europeans actually take it seriously. America views it as just an entertainment, or like purely an entertainment thing. Like it's not an actual sporting event.
Like,
I mean, to be fair, we don't treat it as bad as Japan.
gonna take the
Are you
grass.
talking regular wrestling or sumo?
I'm talking wrestling.
Yeah, they do it too over there, like how we do it here.
Oh,
They
do they?
take it to the next level.
Yeah, it's a little more extreme than how we do it.
They had Ronald McDonald come out and try to gay fuck 3 different guys while also throwing women out of the way to get to the guys.
Yeah, they take, you know, American wrestling and then turn it into a Japanese show. From what I've seen,
That's interesting
Yeah.
and mildly disturbing.
wrestling. They,
Let's see, they had one time where they got a guy into, you know,
Oh, for
a rear naked
fuck's sake,
choke and were
that's
holding
right.
him.
What's wrong?
I just remember the stupid thing about this gym.
What?
You can't get to it at first.
Oh, is it the Kecleon?
It's
yep,
the
it's a
Kecleon.
Kecleon.
That's right. So we need the.
Freaking hell.
Where do we get that? I forget. Isn't
Ah.
that like the route after?
On the route, east of town,
Yeah,
Steven get it.
That's right.
One second. This rain is making it difficult to kill this Breloom.
I was like, man, I wonder when that Kecleon thing's gonna come and play. Here it is.
Literally right now.
Well. At least it's not like a problem. It's just a Kecleon. It's easily taken care of.
This Pikachu is annoying.
I think you only use this like twice too, like on the bridge itself and right there at Fortree.
There's one other time if you want to get to that item that's
To the west.
Flash cannon.
no-
Thank God.
Get this Breloom out of my face now that the rain is gone. Freaking bullet seed in my Pelipper to death with 5 hits twice in a row. It was
Oh, are you still fighting May?
yeah, because she bullet seeded my ace.
You poor bastard.
I am just about done with Brendan. There we go, Brendan down.
Apparently me and Chris handled that a little easier than we should have. I just had
I
Gardevoir
was
take care of
having
it all.
annoyance because the moment that Grovyle came out, he instantly killed Swampert with
Oh yeah, no.
Deep Strike.
Anything that's 4 times weak to anything, you never want to keep in on something like
Yeah.
that.
It's too risky.
Like, I learned that
And I know
even with
that-
Dynamaxing, where it doubles your health. Yeah,
You're
take
dying.
take a 4 times move, and you ain't staying around.
The only exception may be Colossal in the Sun. That's about it.
Hi, Scott.
Even then, that thing's pretty
Even
bulky
then,
though.
ground move would murder it.
The thing is pretty bulky though, so maybe I don't know, but I wouldn't risk it.
Okay.
So that's why I like the
damn, it's gotta
Dynamaxing
get that
mechanic.
To be honest, I was hoping that it would either survive or
See,
Item.
I think Dynamaxing's a good
or if it
compromise
did-
between Mega
or if I
and
did have to
Xenos.
go down, it would at least give me a chance to.
It's a trainer battle, isn't it?
Yeah.
Oh, damn. The Kecleon out in front of the gym does not run.
No,
Does
No.
not run.
I thought no, I don't think it did.
In the original games, it ran away. It didn't fight you.
I remember it fighting. I may be remembering incorrectly, but I remember it fighting.
Yeah, it was the one that didn't. In the original games, it ran.
Apparently, birds like to hit my window for some reason.
Yeah, that's because they can't see windows.
Yeah, birds are...
Me and Chris were talking about this the other day, actually.
Yeah, like what, only just a few days ago?
It was like a few days, I want to say like a day or two before the,
Okay, but there's
before
one that
Delic was
hit my
asking about the
front door when it was
hummingbirds.
shut.
That's not what I wanted to do.
How do you explain that?
Were we doing a Monster Rancher recording?
Maybe? I don't know. I don't remember.
It's getting to the point now where it's actually starting to blur in my mind what we talked about on a recording and what we talked about just for the sake of talking about it.
I mean, usually it's just kind of 1 and 1.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah, this
Oh, yeah,
Kecleon's
the-
actually taking my hits pretty well. But I don't
Okay.
have I don't have Shadow Ball yet, so...
Town want a what was it? They want to give you a skitty or something
What are you talking about now?
in this town. Wasn't there someone that wanted to trade you a skitty or something?
I don't know. Maybe.
Or something force kitty.
Alright, back to Fortree. Nope, get out of the grass.
Can I have a better fire move than just flame charge at this point? Seriously,
No.
please. Oh, wait, that's right. I need hit level. I need to evolve before I get that.
I was like, why can't I go up this ladder with my bicycle? Oh yeah, that's not how
It's a
physics.
ladder.
That's not how physics works. I mean, I guess you could, but
I mean, you can go
Be very
upstairs,
un-
maybe, but not a ladder.
no, you could. It would just be very dangerous. I wouldn't recommend it.
No, because literally the act of going up it would prevent you from going up.
No. You see, if you use the acro bike, you should be.
I say if you use your momentum in a certain way, you probably could.
No, because
What was
literally,
the-
depending on how tall the ladder.
Go up a ladder with a bike. It'd be very difficult, but if like you spun yourself around,
It depends on the... Like, if you're one of those weird, like, acrobatic bike riders, then yeah, I guess you could do it. Other than that, it would depend on the angle of the slope of the ladder. And your ability to do little makeshift bunny hops to get the wheels out after they inevitably get stuck between the
yeah,
rung.
it would take a lot of skill and finessing. But you could totally do it.
And an anti-gravity system.
I don't know about that.
It wouldn't need an anti-gravity system because your wheels would get stuck between the rungs. That would effectively hold you in place. It's just a matter of...
It also depends on how the ladder's set up. Is it like if it's like a step ladder, it'd be easier because it's at an angle. If it's like, a straight climb up.
Yeah, I'm thinking like basic wooden ladder just laid at an angle.
What's the gimmick of this gym?
It would be revolving doors, but
Yeah, it would be revolving doors, but since those are apparently not a thing in this game, it's just you run straight to Winona, getting interrupted not that many times along the way.
All
yeah,
right.
it was literally so problematic that they just deleted them.
I mean, okay.
It seemed like a simple system back in the original game.
Oh God! It's a horde of mighty Anna.
Oh Jesus, that's a wolf pack.
That's free experience, is what I'm hearing.
I mean, yeah, but the problem is that's also immediately reducing Swampert's attack. So,
Oh no, they all 5 intimidates.
Oh yeah, that's right.
Oh,
That's -5 out of the gate.
that's funny.
Close. And first dibs on Winona. Going to heal.
I'm still dealing with a Kecleon.
Yeah, the Kecleons are surprisingly bulky.
They really are.
Mhm.
So I'll have to keep that in mind for Deadlock.
Well, it's specialty defensive is what it is. But even physical attacks would not doing well for my Magnetric.
Kecleon is a glorified juggling act. Like, all you have to do is hit it with the right type of moves, and you've effectively beat it.
To be fair, that also makes it an interesting fight.
This does
That's
not
true.
work out for me, so let's switch it up.
It wasn't exactly what. Unfortunately, they used Roar and switched me out to Y'shtola, so Y'shtola traced Intimidate.
Oh, intimidating them all back.
Mm-hmm.
Well, turnabout's fair play.
And now I need to immediately switch out, or else Y'shtola will die.
Wait, I have Shockwave. I should just put that on him for now. Your ominous winds mean nothing to me.
Yeah, I foresee Hariyama just one-shotting my Kecleon if I give him a chance.
Well, don't put your Kecleon against it. If it can be helped.
Yeah, no, you should put your Kecleon first.
No, I don't want to learn Imprison. Imprison is worthless. There's no way you could predict if someone else has the same move as you.
You probably could in VGC, but
Maybe in
outside of that,
VGC, but
Oh yeah, in VGC where everybody has the same mons with the exact same fucking moves, yeah, that's easy.
the only difference is there's eight Pokemon you have to figure out between. And more than likely, anything that can learn in prison won't be in there.
Yeah, I was gonna say, like, not a lot of Pokemon learn in prison.
So, second, you only have to fight 2 trainers to get up to her.
Mm-hmm.
Alright, I'll go heal myself now. I might as well
And
fight the other ones in here.
I'm gonna fight everything because I need the XP.
This is the 4th day in a row it's been raining here.
Okay,
Lucky.
time to bring out Gyarados and just surf.
Should put the boulder out. He needs to.
If only you had a lantern.
And now I've intimidated them all to -2 with Gyarados.
Hey, once we gain access to the undersea areas, he'll be able to get Chincho.
Oh, that's true.
Chincho!
I mean, you can also,
Chincho is fucking adorable.
It is. Anyone who says otherwise should die.
you can also
Like,
get a Clamper.
Like, even Lantern's pretty cute.
Yeah, I think. I mean, because I'm not a
I-
fan of Gen 2, I've stated that plenty. But,
Mhm.
oh, of course, it starts off with the Skarmory. The boulder does not help here.
Like, despite their stat spread being kind of all over the place, Gen 2 had a lot of good-looking Pokemon.
Mhm.
Not saying all of them were useful, but most of them were interesting to look at least.
Okay, you roared me out of Gyarados. Who do you bring again?
I'm a big fan of
Alpha.
Yanma.
Some of them, like Shuckle, were absolutely game-busting stupid.
Or terrible, depending on the
Shuckle?
execution.
Shuckle's gonna break your goddamn kneecaps.
Shuckle's one of those things that exist to just wear down the opponent's PP.
Yeah.
Or just wear their opponent, depending on what you do with it. A nice power swap would do some good.
Zach, Shuckle is like war, okay? It shatters optimism and naivete, and just... It reduces men to crying shells of their former selves.
Don't
But at
fuck
the
over
same
the shovel.
time, remember, all is fair in war.
Except
You know,
hand
that's,
grenades.
that's actually fair. I can't dispute that, because I happen to agree with that mindset.
And if you don't tell anything to the Geneva Convention, they can't tell you that you're doing things illegally.
Oh, yeah, because those guys are an actual...
I mean, to be
recognized
fair,
power.
it is to limit suffering and stuff. You're not allowed to use things like mustard gas on
Isn't it like biological weapons are banned?
biological, chemical.
Anything biological, nuclear, or chemical are banned, but then countries like the US get smart and they just find ways around it by making these WMDs and going, well, technically it doesn't meet the criteria of a nuclear, chemical, or biological weapon, so we're allowed to have it, and then they chuckle like a college kid while raising the middle finger.
It's more like we just don't actually want to, or rather, no one's gonna tell us no because mad is the only thing keeping the world.
No one's going to tell us no when we're holding the nuclear, chemical, and biological weapons.
Yeah, but it's also a very good reason as to why mad is the only reason why we're still around.
Oh, speaking of countries acting like children, apparently North Korea is taking the "I'm not talking to you" approach to South Korea, and they blew up a statue on their side of the border that represents peace.
No. They blew up a building that the South Koreans and North Koreans were used that the South Koreans built with North Korean permission in North Korea to facilitate talks. They blew up the whole building.
That's actually kind of funnier.
I remember hearing talk
And
recently.
so South Korea's like, no, you knock that shit off, and so it's looking like they're possibly going to war.
It's gonna happen at some point.
And then China also is possibly going to go to war with India because
Oh,
they're
yeah, I
fighting
saw that, where they
Yeah,
just...
that I've heard about.
Yeah. Where they just kind of, like, invaded India out of nowhere.
Well, there was that area in the Tibetan mountains that was kind of a gray area for who owned it. But if you ask the Chinese government, they own everything, and India was not very happy with that.
Yeah.
Of course they aren't.
Yeah,
Why
so...
would they be?
Then again, if you also ask China things, they tell you that the Uyghurs don't exist.
They still think that Taiwan is part of China,
Taiwan #1.
despite the fact that the rest of the world recognizes it as a sovereign nation.
By the way, Zach, sorry, we just gotten your videos banned in China.
It's alright, no one watches these videos anyway, except for us.
Any country with a whitelist doesn't deserve Zach's videos.
I don't think anyone deserves my videos. I think it's banned on the Geneva Convention
not with
itself.
that attitude.
My videos are banned via the Geneva Convention.
Yeah, they break several conventions of the Geneva Convention.
Okay, if I offended
culture.
the Geneva Conventions with my real talk, they probably needed it.
Alright, there's only one more train
To be
here.
fair,
I'm
you
not
can
gonna
say
bother
that
with
about just about anyone or anything.
them. Alright,
Oh,
I
know.
am...
Especially these days where everybody's so goddamn easy to offend.
Yeah,
Hello.
I might as well fight this last trainer just for something to be on screen.
I'm hoping this was just a rumor, but I heard that in light of recent racial events, a lot of like police departments and like military institutions and whatever are removing the rank of chief from their rosters.
I
got no idea about that one. I do know that there's a whole bunch of stuff going on with some police departments getting defunded because that's totally what you want.
Oh yeah, no, that I understood, and I don't think people understand the long-term implications of eliminating their municipal police departments.
Yeah, because what people don't understand is defund doesn't have a second meaning.
Well, these exact same people are going to turn around and wonder where the protection is like a year from now when they're getting mugged in the street and 911 just puts you through the EMS and the fire department.
Okay, I remember hearing about this talking, and the whole idea is not like just, no, do not pay them at all. The whole point is just like, take away some of their responsibility so they're not just on every little issue.
Oh, no. I've heard some people who are actually out for blood and want the complete dissolution and disbandment of all municipal police.
No, there are people that are people that are saying abolish the police. That's what Chris is saying, and then the defunding, what smarter people would want.
Kind of falls under the same tree.
No, it's different. They want to lower their budget so they don't have these military grade weapons for these people with lack of training and small penises.
That's not exactly true on
because they only get it gifted because it's just sitting there, and they only keep it if they use it every now and then. The whole point is that it's not in their budget.
Well, the thing is, no one understands is there's a very good reason as to why the police has been militarizing. Does no one ever remember the North Hollywood shootout? Where two guys, full body armor, illegal automatic weapons, one being an AK platform, went through and robbed several banks and then decided, well, okay, we'll rob this bank, and the police showed up, 20-something police officers wounded, both of the guys killed themselves in order to not get caught.
That's very common.
Yeah, but here's the thing, the police firearms and the SWAT firearms could do nothing. That's the problem.
It's too many problems. You're not going to win no matter what you do at the end of the day.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's what it all comes down to. Whether the police are militarized or not, whether you defund them or not, it's going to be a loss, like a win-lose in one regard or another.
Well, like, ideally what needs to happen is, one, they need to be a lot more strenuous with their background checks.
Yeah, 100% agreed. And psychology checks.
Hello.
Yes,
Bye.
because it's unfortunately very common for people with ex-military, especially infantry backgrounds, to get involved with law enforcement, and they come in with like all these anger issues, because the army fucking loves people with anger issues, because that just means they're going to be better at infantry jobs.
Yeah.
So those people come over, and it's real easy for them to get law enforcement jobs in the civilian sector. You need to crack down on those guys. Look at their military record. If they have a bunch of infractions or complaints against their conduct, like I keep forgetting the officer's name who killed Floyd.
I don't remember.
Chauvin.
Yeah, like if you get ones like that where they've got multiple complaints against them because of their conduct, either terminate them or limit what they're able to do.
Yeah.
But there comes another problem when you go into termination, because they just move over to the next county and then sign up again, and it just starts this whole show all over.
Well, that's
again.
when you blacklist them.
Yeah, that's what blacklisting is for.
Yeah, so here's another thing that people have not been covering at all. Trump recently signed an executive order demanding that all of these police departments, one, report to have a full database of both federal, civilian, and other municipalities of all of the police and officers for higher level things, to get covered into one group, basically one database. That way they can look it over and see who's the problem.
Mm-hmm.
And on top of that, he's also made sure that police officers now actually have to get the funding for the departments. They actually have to go through and, if I remember correctly, they have to go get certified that the police are actually following, the rules.
Yeah.
From a third party that the attorney general basically says is okay.
Yeah, like you're not going to have a bunch of Dirty Harrys or Frank Tenpennies screwing the system.
Well, here's just something I kind of thought of. Should the information of background information in terms of basic criminal records and any stuff like that, police records, should that be public to people to see? Like if this
that is what they actually want to do, is they want to make
that's
what I'm asking you guys. What do you think on that?
See, I'm all for it personally, because the PD that I work for, the university one, our chief is very he calls it social equity. It's basically doing what you can just every time you're there to instill trust between the officers and the public people. That way, when the cops actually have to do their jobs and bring someone in or crack down on someone who's doing something illegal, the people with whom you've built this social equity will know, okay, this cop's not an asshole, he's just doing his job because he has to.
Right.
Yeah.
So there were a bunch of people in my department. I know the guy who trained me, he goes, do any of you know what kolaches are?
No.
I've heard of it, I think.
It's like these little sausage and cheese breakfast things wrapped in...
Oh, yeah.
They're fucking delicious. But he goes and he'll get like a 24 box of that, and then he'll drive, through the campus area, usually a lot of where the transients or the day workers go, and he'll just hand them out. Yeah, just little shit like that, but it goes a long way in the grand scheme of things when you actually have to do your job and you're reliant on the public to have your back.
What also needs to happen is, to be honest, the states also need to do their jobs, because no matter what people say, it isn't just the police department's problem.
No.
Police chiefs are elected positions.
Mm-hmm.
And on top of that, we've seen people who have been in positions who have been actually able to deal with stuff like Chauvin specifically, and chose not to. Klobuchar.
Yeah, there's a whole upper chain of command that needs to accept a response. Like, obviously, I can't go too far into that, but yeah, there's a lot of behind-the-scenes stuff that needs to be addressed, not just at the municipal level.
Well, they need to. Well, one thing, and I don't know if they still do this. I knew they did this in recent years. I don't know if they stopped, but they need to. I think they were taught to racially profile in some police academies. I don't know if they still do that, but that was in recent years. I did hear that. So
specifically in New York, they were told to do that with stop and searches.
Mm-hmm.
And yes, that can be a problem, but unfortunately, and I'm going to sound racist here.
Yeah, watch your next words carefully.
there is data that does show that certain groups of minorities do have increased levels of police contact, including the police violence. Or rather, not police violence, but violence in general.
Hmm.
And I'm not saying this to be racist. I am
No,
saying
it's
this because
saying this as factual. He's just making
Yeah.
a point. No racism here.
And I'm not even saying what races there are, what races they are, but the idea that white supremacists control the police departments and they're using it to, keep certain groups down is kind of bullshit.
well, they've been doing that for years though.
Yeah, that's
Like,
kind of the problem. Is that like
that's why
it's the
those
kind of
statistics.
damaged statistics that you created? Like
Yeah,
it's
like
a
that's
problem
why
you
those
made.
that's why those statistics exist. Is the demographics that you're talking about have been limited to like lower income jobs and housing and neighborhoods, and basically encouraged towards that kind of behavior for decades, like way back before the civil rights movement.
And
It's like not surprising
what
that they
it's
do
going to be
it.
rather surprising to some people is if they start looking into some of the data that kind of shows, from civil rights, the wage gap, which there is a wage gap, I will admit,
Of
for
course
Mhm.
there is.
minorities and whites. Of course, there is a wage gap that actually went back to below civil rights levels back in 2016.
Hmm.
Meaning the wage gap has gone lower. I'm
Basically, in 2016, it was equivalent. The wage gap was about the same as what it was back during the civil rights movement. 2016 being basically the last half of the year that Obama was in office. It dropped off during Obama's tenure.
Rest in peace, Obama.
To be honest, I don't really see what everyone sees in Obama. He's actually one of the worst presidents we've had.
He was a good speaker. He had that going for him.
He was a really good speaker, and I can,
I think because he was more of a people's person that people liked him. Like
He was charismatic.
he seemed more genuine.
Like
It definitely
his
seems more genuine than the current man in office.
Well,
like oh his charisma and at the time youthful I guess turn of phrase and appearance is what helped him beat McCain, because McCain was a very old-fashioned, like stereotypical Republican, and the country was terrified of that after 8 years of Bush.
weren't people like worried that he was like at death's door too? Like McCain was like.
yeah.
Yes,
Wasn't-
basically with McCain, there was a very active argument at the time of you're not voting for McCain, you're voting for Sarah Palin, because McCain's going to die and Palin's going to take over for him.
I mean, it's something similar to with right now with
Yeah, with Biden.
yeah, because
Yeah.
with people thinking that he's senile and stuff.
Honestly,
Yeah,
I
I
just
mean,
want to vote
it's-
in just to get like a reselection of candidates because I'm just
And see,
not
that,
confident in
again,
anything.
that's a thing that most people don't know they're allowed to do.
Like they're like people need to be like told, say, hey, you can say we don't like these candidates. We want a re-roll.
Yeah, you can request new candidates for both sides, but that's not televised. It's not regularly put out to the public, so the public doesn't know that's an option.
Yeah, that needs to be, but they're never going to because they want it their way, not our way.
But in terms of everything right now, Biden, you're voting for his VP, which has supposedly been narrowed to one of two people, one of which is a police chief, one of which is an attorney who used to work very closely with the police.
Hmm.
And he's gone out of his way to say that he will not be, defunding police.
Well,
Hell, even Bernie Sanders said he wouldn't. Bernie Sanders
yeah, that
actually
really upsets me. He's been so close to getting it twice, and both times now he's just been like shoved to the side.
Isn't Sanders a socialist?
People say that.
He's
I don't know.
he's a democratic socialist in the way that he runs his policies.
I don't know what that
The problem
means.
with him is his tent is very small.
I don't know what.
Socialism, Zach, is what Russia was back when it was the USSR.
Communism?
They're very closely similar, and he has been known to support the Communist Party. Last I remember,
Okay,
specifically, if I remember, in Cuba.
I need to look
And
up
see,
what
that's-
socialism is exactly.
It's a
It's
wide-branching
mean product.
political theory.
Yeah.
By the way, MJ, where the hell are you?
He's in the
I'm
gym.
in the gym right
I
now.
can see him right there. He's at the 2 trainers that he has to fight. I can see him right
Oh.
there.
I could have
I've
sworn I
actually-
saw him in here much earlier. I was like, how is he only at them still?
Because he has only water Pokemon.
Yeah, socialism and communism are usually pretty tight
Does
bedfellows.
Gyarados not know Ice Fang?
I still say I like the idea of communism, but
There's and this goes the same for capitalism too. There is no one perfect theory of government. If there was, every country in the world would utilize it.
yeah. Or we just haven't figured it out yet.
It's the idea itself is good. It's just that the execution is always fucked
It's the
with.
execution. They all sound great on paper. They're just horrible in execution.
Because
It's just,
Part of
especially
it-
the communism though is, it really does require that nothing. That basically no one attempts to take power.
But they always do.
well,
And
I'm here now.
see that's where my Machiavellian leanings kick in. Is people are always going to want power, so government is always going to be doomed to fail.
people always want more. Well, we'll discuss politics or something more next time. We'll see you guys then, and we'll take on the gym battle.
Later.
Bye.